right, welcome once again to this live broadcast. My name is Hibak Said. On sign language interpretation tonight is Rhoda Nyamai. Amidst Labor Day celebrations in Kenya, optimism clashed with apprehension as citizens hoped for a rise in the minimum wage. President William Ruto vowed to bolster workers' earnings, yet underlying economic strains hinted at tougher times ahead. Recent deductions and fiscal challenges pose hurdles, leaving Kenyans cautiously optimistic amidst looming uncertainties. Ann Odida tells us more.
As Kenyans marked Labor Day today amidst the celebrations, there loomed a shadow of uncertainty despite the hopeful anticipation for a boost in the minimum wage. Whispers of tougher times ahead echoed through the crowd. President William Ruto's address at the 59th International Labor Day celebrations at Uhuru Gardens hinted at the government's determination to enhance workers' earnings. However, amidst the promises, the government has outlined that it is grappling with its own financial burdens, struggling to manage escalating wage bills, while at the same time striving to meet ambitious fiscal targets.
Kenya is going to be built by us. Every Kenyan has a responsibility to participate in the building of our nation.
However, even as the government acknowledged the plight of its citizens, recent deductions from workers' salaries, including the reviewed 1.5 housing levy and the impending shift deductions, cast a pall over any immediate relief.
We are not going to expect others to build this nation for us. We are not going to expect resources from others to build this nation. It is first and foremost our responsibility.
Despite calls from trade unions for wage increases, Jacqueline Mugo, CEO of the Federation of Kenya Employers, pointed out the absence of a legal framework to support such adjustments.
So I do implore us all as labor sector leaders to delink wage adjustments, including statutory minimum wages, from the National Labor Day celebrations.
Francis Atwoli, the Court to Secretary General, lauded the President's efforts in advocating for workers' rights, yet pleaded for a substantial increase of at least 22.5%.
But I don't know what is in your pocket. Kama unaweza kunja macho, because Jacqueline said, oh, general wage increase, that is employer now. Na tunaomba yeye atupatie 22.5% or whatever he has put in his pockets.
In response, President Ruto directed the Ministry of Labor to activate various wage councils mandated by the 2007 Labor Relations Act to foster harmony and manage labor disputes effectively. However, whether these measures will suffice to alleviate the growing concerns about livelihoods remains uncertain. It is another Labor Day without a review of the minimum wage, as had been anticipated by majority of Kenyans who thronged Uhuru Gardens to celebrate this day that celebrates them. But there might be hope, as President William Ruto has directed that the Ministry of Labor will sit down to look at how they can increase the minimum wage by at least 6% this year. Ann Odida, TV 47 at Uhuru Gardens.